Welcome. Good morning, everyone. We'll start our lesson three. Today lesson we'll go through LO3. And please, if you have any question, drop me email at ukversity.co.uk and I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. And today lesson will be focused on our LO3. So we'll start. 1 minute. Yes, so let's do a bit recap what we learned during our previous lesson. Okay, so today lesson is our LO3, which is be able to assess the impact of environmental factor on the strategic management and marketing, the tourism and hospitality industry. So of course, we had a discussion during our last lesson as well, marketing, and we discussed about the definition of marketing according to the chartered institute, which is AMA, is called American Marketing Association. Marketing is the management process of identifying, satisfying the consumer needs and wants through profitably. And the management is a process of really looking the customer and the long term, the customer perspective, and ultimately, creating a unique selling point and meeting the customer needs and wants. So key terms which we had best is political, economic, social, and technological, and we had a discussion about 5 forces. We had a discussion about Porter. We had a discussion about Porter value chain, lesson 1. We have RBB model. We have BRIO. What we discussed 7S approach. So these are the key models until now we had a discussion. So today lesson, of course, we had a video yesterday, pastel forces, which will look, again, and because our key focus is external environment. Okay, so environmental factor, of course, significant influence on business, any business really. So when we look at economics factors, so we can look around different factor under. So when we say economics, first let's go through politics. So if we'll say in terms of Bangladesh, we are happy to do business now there for time being. Of course, it's suddenly the government change, and it's a huge impact. A lot of foreign companies offices now in Bangladesh, and of course they are big textile industry there. So it's a huge impact on Bangladesh economy due to the political stability in the country. So that can be huge impact, or will impact. Second way we can look around, it will say best. You can look around. We have different legislation, GDPR, General Data Protection Regulation. After 2018, whenever we log in, especially in the UK, any website, it says accept cookies. Cookies mean, you're giving the consent to the website, they keep your data, and that is very important. So we have to look around in terms of, how we can fulfill these legislation. We have a new Labour government in power. So their manifesto, like, if we think about spouse visas passport, the previous government want to increase from the initially was 18,500 threshold to sponsor. They increased to 29,000, and further they want to 39,000 threshold, so to reduce immigration. So that was the policy. So we can think about the impact on labor workforce demand, hospitality industry. That's huge impact. Okay, when we look economic sector, so we can look around per capita income. What is meant by per capita income? Any, do we know or we heard about?
No.
Okay, which is per person income. Yes. So we can say GDP divided by population. And then on the basis of this, which we look in a minute, few are environmental factors, these, and I'll share with you and we'll look, I'm sharing with you just 1 minute. Okay, I'm sharing with you. So we go through per capita income of various countries if you want to do a business there. So it's quite good to explore. Why not? Can you see?
No, it's all the same till now.
Okay, so can you now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we can say per capita income according to World Bank. World Bank is publish information about any countries of the world, their per capita income. So if we look per capita income of different country, you can decide where you want to set up your business or where you want to go forward is everything is appropriate. So if we look now, let's say for the sake of United Kingdom here, UK, the per capita income is approximately 48,866 US dollar. They normally compare in US dollar.
Okay.
So if we look in states, it's 52. If we look United Arab Emirates, UAE is 52, and if you look US is 81. If we Pakistan 1400, so that's why population is poor. If we look, when we want to target them, so maybe we get unequal distribution of the wealth. When we look Norway, 87,000. When we look Singapore, is 84,000. So is higher than the UK even, yes.
Yeah.
So if we look Qatar, because they have a small population, 87,000. So Qatar is a rich than UAE, but but the distribution of the wealth maybe, yes. When we
Yeah.
look at Rwanda, where the UK government decide, send some asylum seekers there, is 1,000 US dollar, which is less than. And if we look China, China's population is quite high, the
Hmm.
$12 some countries. And if we look Saudi, it's 28,000 because their population is bigger, but it's not mean everyone is earning that. So that's one indicator. Okay, other we can look around transparencies, international reports or various reports. On the basis of this, we can decide. We have a website here in ONS, Office of National Statistics, where we can look around. It's almost every country uh, has some institute of physical or institute of economics forecasting statistics, our Ministry of Planning, we can say. So ons.gov.uk, where we can see all the facts and figures about UK. So here we have an inflation rate is 2.8 still, and economic growth rate is 0.7%. So this is the indicator about the economics factor. So the and we have a base rate now, and unemployment rate 4.4, and employment rate is, and of course lesser people don't want to work due to. And then we can look around. We have a census data after every 10 years, and we can find all the areas where is the population. So like if we explore about some statistics, we can look around. So let's we'll say leads. So if we look at leads, and then of course we can look around the data within, and here change our, so we can look around last 10 years what's happening. So these are some indicator about population, social, environmental. So in 2020, so how many percent population? 85 years. That was 1.9 to went up to 2.1% population in this area living. Those are people are 85 or over. So if we look the young population here, so you will see the people from 16 to 19, that was 5.8 is a 5.3. So the young population dropped. So that's, we can see the future, the families living in Leeds, how many people have single, ethnic group, people are living quite mixed, Asian or others, that's went up. So how many people born from different people from Pakistan is 1.2 to 1.3 increase. So these are statistics. If you want to segment your business, or you want to target to those, or you want to set up the shop, or you want to sell the halal meat. So these are all the factors in hospitality and service sector we keep in mind, and that's quite useful to look around economics, social. Okay, there is, I think so. Before going or moving towards, I'll go through one more factor with you. Can you see still?
Sorry?
Can you see the data there?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, so there is one other website. It's quite good to, if you type social media. So and next to that, the website is called Statista, where we can find all the statistics. So if I look, which social media using more people, so we can look around what we expecting the social media growth. So we expecting this will grow further. It's 6.5 billion trillion people will use. So you will see which social media use more people is the Facebook still, YouTube. Then we have Instagram, WhatsApp, TikTok. Of course, when we look, when we log into library, we can access full, but that's the data and the graphs. We can use it and we can reference as well. So it's quite good for looking external factors, which is uncontrollable. We can't control them, but we have to plan our all activities by looking the external factors. So we can look around economics, we can look around social, we can look around technology, which is some e-commerce, internet user, mobile users. Yeah. So these are pastels which we can look around. So political stabilities, policies and procedures, as we mentioned, government regulations towards taxes and all, of course, the companies. So after the Brexit in the UK, political stability in the countries, we have, legislation which we can look around the tax rules. Switzerland make its preferred destination for international tourists, of course, leading for the strategic, investment, luxurious hospitality. So these are huge impact, like when there's stability in the country. Okay, the promotion and advertising, government tourism board, when we have they're working with the PPP, which is public-private partnership. That's a huge, project to what does impact, on the businesses. The hospitality industry can be boosted. Trade policies of the government, which is tariff mean taxes on international trade, that can be used as an indicator, and we have to plan. So US-China trade, tensions can affect, huge import and export, and individual are affecting due to the war in Russia. Of course, the big wheat producer in the world, and we can think about the oil prices and all due to the conflict, economics condition, which we just mentioned, the growth, exchange rate, and all these are huge impact, in the hospitality and tourism industry. Economic cycle, always we have, after few years, economic um, growth, or we can say boom and downturn or recession back in 2008. We had recently the downturn economy due to the COVID-19, exchange rate against foreign currencies. Of course, that's huge impact. Pound becoming weaker, so people going abroad for holidays, they're becoming expensive. So less people are traveling abroad compared to in the past. So what's the happen? The local tourists are increasing, moving one city to other cities instead of still international tourists, because that's UK becoming cheaper for them, because in terms of the exchange rate, that's can huge impact on international and local. So we can think about import export, or the balance of payment can be huge impact. So these are all the factors we can keep in mind. And consensus which we said, which consumer spending, and consensus on these. We have two types of policies: monetary and fiscal policy of the government. And monetary policy is the policy of the central bank increase, like the base rate in Pakistan, it went down from 22 to, I think so, is a 20%. So that's impact on the borrowing and doing business and the inflation. And in the UK, it was 5.25. It went down to 5. So these are impact on the inflation, and which is we used to be 12%, 8%, 9% inflation, that came down to 2.8, which we expecting the prices will go down again, and that's is good for the boosting economy. Okay, demographic changes. We can look around the cultures, different, people from different segments. So that's why globalization, people may be thinking more localization. Okay, demographic trend. So that's people are living uh, separate, not a joint family. We can think about the population increasing in cities, people moving from, but in the developed countries, it's other way around. People moving outside, they prefer to be live not in cities, countryside, because of course, in terms of traffic and noise level, cultural preference, understand the culture. We said they think globally, act locally. Halal tourism is growing segment. So sometimes it's like halal thing. So it's a huge population, of course, is a huge impact. Target marketing, social trend, lifestyle, example of wellness, tourism, of course, helping local and the tourists, and the information board you have. Social media influence, it can be huge, especially on TikTok and Facebook. Technology, we have AI, artificial intelligence, blockchain, data analytics, airline data, and various others. Know is coming in the UK, like every country's passport link. So you just have your passport, and the visa is embedded when you scan the passport. So the barcode will read, because of course machine readable passport, and every country of the world is linking towards the data sharing, basic data sharing. So this will help, to free movement. Okay, digital online, marketing, SEO, social media strategies. We can look around online travel agencies, travel visas, mobile technology apps, and hotel chain. Their booking and reservation like is quite good. Booking.com, which I use a couple of times, it's quite good to reserve it. Don't pay the money, just go and reserve. So that's quite good. And many people, those have empty rooms in a house, is even putting on booking.com and earning some money as well, like paying guests. So impact on the strategic management, sustainable practices, eco-friendly. We can look around the certificate. We have, different hotel climate change. We sustainability. We had a discussion. We have a UNO SDG. SDG is called Sustainable Development Goals of UNO, which is every country have the chartered sign toward the climate, reducing and promoting the good practices within the organization and within the country. Green marketing, of course, green. We do the recycling. We using the material which we using can be easily recycled. We using more veg are these are different, certifications which we can look around, like we discussed in the last lesson, ISO, CSR, corporate social responsibility, then again, helping local people, local food, social responsibility to help in the best interest of the public. Of course, profit carry on coming automatically. The plant, profit, planet, and people, the key eco-friendly. So recycling water or cutting the use of papers are using the sensor lights. So these are all the promotion within the hotel industry as travel and tourism, which we can. Health and safety regulation. We have a Health and Safety Act 1974. Looking in the is about, everyone. Health is a matter of caring. If employer not providing those tools like highs, like helmets, like, depend the, like wearing the gloves, uh, all the hygiene license in the food is quite crucial. If you don't have it, it can be fine, huge, and the companies can be safe. So we have a labor law, national minimum wage, really we need to be, which is went up from £10.40 to £11.44 per hour. So this is increase, and we have to look around the external factor for internal planning. Okay, impact on marketing, advertising regulation. We have advertising standard board. You can't advertise on the kids without the consent of the parents. So you have to look around the truth in advertising law. You're saying, showing different things, 7-star, 5-star, C-side actually is not. So privacy laws, we have to protect the client's information, who's saying we can't give the details to third party without the consent of the client. If the wider interest of the public, if anybody is involved in the money laundering and things, other briberies, then we can share the data to as the court order. Okay, political factors, we can look around the strategy based on geographic, political. We can look around economic factors, like which we said base rate. We can look around the social factors, the society, such as the business traveler, families, and millennium. So different generation have different characteristics. So a lot of discussion going around those people born in the COVID-19, maybe they less socialize, so their factors. So that can be look around technological factors, AI, artificial intelligence, environmental factor, legal factors, uh, of course, CSR. And these are, we can look around, and it can be huge impact. A lot of discussion can be as much we can. A lot of time we can spend on government policies and regulation. Always look around the basic, the any changes happen, what impact will you or us as an individual, as a company, but we have to make the strategy. So maybe we can say we can outsource. We're not keeping, payroll because the national minimum wage increased. So a lot of company, their accounting department, their IT back offices is moved to the low cost areas such as Pakistan, India, even in Poland, in uh, payrolls departments and various other. Because that's, we can look around due to the government legislation of the national minimum increase. It's a huge impact. Okay, so political stability, we had a discussion. Brexit, it can huge impact. Economic cycle, we have a VAT 20% value added tax on everything, but when we used to be trade within EU, we're not used to pay. Now after outside the Brexit, everyone need to pay. Exchange rate, we earlier discussion, it can be huge impact. Pricing strategies, you can make it to look the competitive. You have to think about, so now in a hotel, we have a reboard trolleys in few hotels here. They everyone trying now. So if you're sitting on the table, there is a little barcode on the table on the smartphone. You scan it. You just put the menu, whatever you want to eat, and that goes information straight to the chef. Chef can cook it, and they put on the computerized or robotic trolley, and then it's come to table number 9. Here, your food is ready. Please help yourself. And then, of course, when you finish after and you scan the code, the trolley will come. You keep the plates on and scan your credit debit card and make the payment. And at the end, the survey will come on your phone and just few tick boxes, and so we can get the feedback of the customer. So that can be huge. The pricing strategies can be come. Social factors. So maybe you heard about the song "1 Pound Fish." Yes, are not. So that's, we have using the slogans. So that can be huge impact. Demographic changes, that can be huge. Think about cultural factors, social media, target AI, artificial intelligence, which we had a discussion few things is the duplicates. So Hilton hotels and various, they almost every company is using these tools. CSR, corporate social responsibility, legislation. Okay, so in the tourism industry, really, we is the impact on the strategic marketing on these all the factors which we have. So we can think about gov.uk, the UK, any information about immigration, about health, about booking, about the registering and for the vote, everything is being moved to the gov.uk website here in the UK. But is every e-government concept is a critical appraisal we can do huge impact, risk management. Risk is mean the probability, reputation risk, operational risk, cost risk. So these are all the risks we need to be make sure we'll manage. Economic cycle, exchange rate, critically appraisal. Appraisal means checking the performance in terms of what will be happen, so we use hedge, hedge is the approach we use to protect against the foreign currency fluctuation. Any question, please?
Can you explain critical appraisal again, please?
Okay, the word appraisal, if you're working in any organization, as it implies you have appraisal. Appraisal means checking the performance. So when we looking the appraisal in term of environmental factor, we can think about, like we see in ONS website is shifting from 85%, 85 years old population is being increased. So in the light of the census data, what the government did, they increased the retirement age to 70-year-old, 68 to 70, they're thinking now, and at the moment it's 68. So they are appraising, this will bringing more, so it can be used appraisal system critically. In this example, demographic shift provide the opportunity for the niche market, which is a small market, but it requires continuous market research and adaptability. So you have to appraise based on the data. Data leads to information, and information is a knowledge. So we use the analytics, and we can use it what is happening in terms of population trend. So like, we have the doctor nurses shortage in the UK. We can appraise it, the population shift, doctors will come from abroad. because the local doctors, they don't want to do a lot of, these medical or the science degrees, and it can be shift. And if we are looking in the travel and tourism industry, we want to plan our activities to advertise those populations. And in our TV advert, their representation, like, when you're thinking about Pepsi, you're sitting in a family in our, especially in Asian market, grandparents and family sitting, and the kids is asking Pepsi from the grandparent, give us, because it's represent the collective culture. And when we looking here, maybe friend is getting or asking Pepsi, so is more individualistic societies. So we can look around these factors and we can appraise, and appraise means checking, yes, against,
Okay.
and that can advert, then we can make the strategies marketing accordingly.
Okay.
Okay, so digital marketing, mobile technology, critical appraisal, in these we can use. Green marketing, we had a discussion. Green is, of course, any activities we cutting, we using the solar panel, we using electric cars, we using wasting food, maybe like in Germany and others, they have a little, the food bank, because people feel ashamed to ask, struggling in terms of the food. So the extra food they put in a pack and they leave in these boxes, and people have the code. Those are needy, they registered and they enter the code and take the pack of the food. So these are, so we can look around how we can, it's our social responsibility to help those people in needs. So ultimately, what will be happen in this way, the food usage, of course, food waste is reduced, and ultimately we meeting our social responsibility to help our society, they will grow. And the greenwashing concept is about, so we can watch one of the video which is called greenwashing. We had a discussion yesterday as well, greenwashing, and let's we'll go through greenwashing today. We just want to look. Yes, so
we've got passion, we've got determination. Like, and if we set our sights on something, you better believe it's happening.
Sustainable, eco-conscious, made from recycled materials. Companies are using phrases like these more and more frequently today. Sales of consumer packaged goods advertising sustainability in North America rose by over 30% in just 5 years, reaching an estimated $268.9 billion in 2022. And more than 60% of consumers say they'd pay more for a product with sustainable packaging. But underneath the flashy buzzwords, companies can fall short of their eco-friendly promises. Environmental activists say an ongoing legal battle with H&M might highlight a big company's alleged greenwashing. That's when companies mislead consumers with promises of being more eco-friendly than they actually are. In 2022, a class action lawsuit claimed that the clothing retailer's Conscious Choice collection advertised itself as sustainable, but it was actually not made from sustainable and environmentally friendly materials. The case is still ongoing, and H&M says it's taking these allegations very seriously, is looking into them thoroughly, and that its sustainability work
Okay, greenwashing is all about the marketing tactics to really more about mislead people, not actually green, but they are saying we are very eco-friendly, we using renewable energy, we using this and that. So uh, just copying the link of the video is good to watch greenwashing. Yes, that will help, to enhance our understanding about by watching this. And today lesson really we discuss about our external factors, which is past, political, economic, social, and technological. And any question, please, about any factors?
In the pestle model, when we talk about trade policies, does that fall under legal?
Sorry, in pastel we, because the pastel is stand for political, economic, social, and technological. If you're a manager of Holiday Inn, so you can think about, oh, in the country where we have the branches, is it political stability there? If is there, you want to be, what are the legislation you want to make your strategies, or you want to expand your business accordingly. Yes, and you
Yeah.
by looking the external factors. So you looking the economic factor in that country, what is the happening economy. If the economic growth is growing economy, so what do? You expand your more business there. When, like, you thinking young population there, and they are going and learning, and of course college, like in here in the university, when we the student in the last year, the bank those provide the mortgage, they always go in university to promote mortgage. We offer, if you want first time buyer, when you will be married, or you want to book, the marriage halls and things, after, of course, you will get the job and things. So we are promoting that. So that's our social factor. We can look around the societies and the age and promotions. Yeah. So we make our strategies how we can approach people by looking external factors. Yes, which
Okay.
is uncontrollable environment. We can't control it, but we have to adjust our all policies and procedures accordingly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Otherwise, we can't. So the pastel tools we can use it accordingly, and we can make our strategy and collecting the data of all variables. So in terms of assignment, so we can according to the scenario given, so we can explain and we can add one or two examples to meet the criteria.
Okay, okay.
Any other question?
No, no.
Okay, thanks for attending. And next lesson we'll go through our LO4, and then we'll go through assignment discussion.
Okay.
So next lesson we have tomorrow between 12 and 1.
Yeah, it's a different timing.
Yes, because I'm teaching and I will be off, during my break time. So
Okay.
I will deliver. God bless. So then we'll do on Friday 9. Yes, and then we nearly we finished. Yeah, okay. And on Friday we'll do assignment discussion.
Okay.
Okay, have a good day,
You
and I'll
too.
speak tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye now.